Welcome back. And if you've just joined us, our guest on this episode of Question Time is the pastor of Latter Rain Assembly, Pastor Tunde Bakare. Join us again. Now, let's come to the steps taken in this administration by the presidency. How do you see the views of those who feel that the president has been a bit lopsided in some of the appointments he's made so far?
That looks like a catch-22 question for a person like me. Because if you say it's lopsided, I want to remind you that the North has been out of, as it were, power for a very long time. Obasanjo's administration was for 8 years, and it was supposed to be the time of the North, and a sick man took over power and eventually died in office. He went back to the South. And while they were thinking the man would spend 4 years or would just relinquish power, he got another 4 years and was looking for more. So they've been out of power for a while. And a person like General Buhari, who had been in opposition more or less, or had been campaigning for the same office for 3 or 4 electoral cycles, it is natural for him to want to benefit those who have been in the vanguard of securing power with him over the years. Because even for a madman, if you give him the whole, he's going to farm towards himself. What I think Nigerians should be concerned about is, are these people being selected Nigerians? Are they competent? Now, I know we have federal character, and we have such issues like there must be balance from different geopolitical zones and this and that. The day is coming when we need the best and the brightest to run the affairs of our country.
Now, let's look at the President Buhari's ministerial list. He had vowed to select clean and competent hands, but when the list was released, quite some people were disappointed and they were asking, was it worth the wait? And was that really the best the president could select from a country like Nigeria?
If you think these people are not the best, they are not the cleanest, you will have to show me the charges against them and the convictions that have been heard in courts about them.
Some say the list is filled with old and recycled politicians.
Those who say you have old recycled hands must show who are the hands that have been recycled. I was joking with Governor Rotimi Amechi a few days ago at a wedding reception. I said, Governor Amechi, you own too much. You are honorable, right honorable speaker. You became governor. Now you are minister. After this, what next? And we just laughed about it. Listen, if you don't find those you want, you make use of those that are available. Sometimes in matters of governance, availability is key. Do you know whether those people you think should be there, do you know whether they were contacted or not? And they said, no, sorry, I prefer to do what I'm doing now. If you can't find such people, you use those who are available. Besides, recycled hands might mean experience. That's one aspect. Other things, the youth you want to bring in might have no experience. As far as I'm concerned, President Buhari took his time to choose his team, but he had told you one thing that you should know. He had said to the whole nation, not all of them will have any post or any function. I don't know what they are doing there. They will be ministers without portfolio. And rather than wasting their time, they should go find something good to do. But if our constitution makes it mandatory, you must have 36 people, and we don't have the resources, then time had come to look at that constitution in the face and say, this constitution is not good for our nation because it's dragging us into things we cannot afford.
Now, let's look at the way the ministerial screening has turned out. Some have said that this is perhaps the most controversial and intriguing screening so far.
Well, I don't know who had said that. I didn't watch all. You know, when you look at a group photograph, the first person you see is yourself, if you're in that group photograph. If you're not there, it does not interest you. outside of 2 or 3 people I listen to, I didn't listen to all because I don't know who they are and I don't know their pedigree. So rather than wasting my time, since I'm not in the Senate, I had some useful things to spend my time on because, as they say in law, nemo dat quod non habe. You cannot give what you don't have. So the questions that came from the floor or from the hallowed chambers, as it is called, should not surprise you. Every man was there looking for something or the other, either to knock this off or to embarrass this. But the ones I saw really showed that they were up to the task.
You can also be a part of this conversation by sending us your comments on our various social media platforms showing on your screen. Coming up on Question Time, find out Pastor Tunde Bakare's comment on federal government's anti-insurgency war.